Pakistan cricket's battles refuse to die out. Ever since they were given the hosting rights for the Champions Trophy, the country has been under severe fire. And adding more fuel to that is a financial dispute the country's cricket board is now embroiled in, which has escalated to cricket's international governing body, the ICC. Now, the tussle, of course, is between Pakistan Cricket Board and their former head coach, Jason Gillespie. And the feud between the two parties, which started last year, refuses to end. The truth is things between the board and the former coach didn't just turn sour overnight. During Gillespie's 8-month spell, yes, a very short one, it was a consistent battle between him and the cricket board. The former Aussie cricketer felt undermined ever since he took up the role in April last year. His authority was regularly questioned. He was stripped from selection panel decisions. Reasons enough for the Aussie quick to not finish his 2-year contract. And of course, he resigned from his position late last year. But given everything ended on an ugly note, the feud has continued, at least from Gillespie's side of things. He's called Pakistan's current interim coach Aaqib Javed the clown, and that happened just last month, accused Javed of conspiring against him during his tenure with Pakistan. Now, Gillespie claims the PCB haven't paid him his dues. That's the latest, even accusing the board of several breaches to his contract.
I am still waiting on some remuneration from the PCB. Gary Kirsten and I got sold the dream of building a team, losing a game, and all of a sudden, that gets thrown out of the window.
He also claims that he was promised bonuses for leading Pakistan to a historic Test series win over England and the ODI series victory over Australia, but that didn't materialize. Gillespie even reached out to PCB to settle the claims, but of course was denied. Now, it is believed that Gillespie has referred the matter to the ICC, the International Cricket Council, but given it's an internal dispute, it's within the workings of one cricketing board, it is unclear if the governing body can really intervene or really have a say in this matter or do much. PCB has not been quiet either. For their part, they have refuted Gillespie's allegations. Clearly, both PCB and Gillespie aren't bowing down. But the question here is, if Gillespie was promised something by the cricket board, shouldn't that have been respected and delivered? He's seeking money for the work he did and the bonuses that he was promised by the board, because the win against England and Australia were both historic for the nation. It has been the only silver lining in their otherwise horrid last few years on the international stage. But the fallout and Gillespie quitting in the middle of his stint has left both parties at loggerheads. Something that doesn't look good on the PCB, especially when the board is already under fire for their financial handlings during the Champions Trophy that concluded a while back. Just recently, a Pakistani journalist, in fact, claimed that a curator had to sell his motorbike to prepare pitches for one of the Champions Trophy venues. The journalist even accused Pakistan Cricket Board of financial mismanagement during the course of the ICC tournament, all making up for bad publicity for an already under fire cricketing system. And with multiple incidents like this one raising questions over their functioning, maybe the PCB needs to introspect before they wage yet another war.
Greeting you with aloha and namaste.
No, I love India.
Presence, occupation of a territory by another country pertains to India, what we saw in Kashmir.
How do you see Trump's America?
Yes, the current administration behaves differently from the previous administration.
Are you saying that there are foreign powers who are trying to bring down the current government in Syria?
Exactly.
Iran, maybe Russia too.
Prime Minister Modi committed to South-South, cooperation.
Not over 50%.
Is Ukraine prepared to pay the price for that peace?
No compromises at the cost of territorial integrity and sovereignty.